Welcome to Connective Care Education. Today we are going to look at Unit 001, Principles and Values of Health and Social Care Adults. Unit 001, Principles and Values of Health and Social Care Adults, Learning Outcome 4, Equality, Diversity, Inclusion and Discrimination. Understanding how to promote equality, diversity and inclusion. Introduction. Health and social care workers must promote equality and diversity in all aspects of their job role, challenging any practice they think does not reinforce this approach. Through promoting equality and diversity, health and social care workers must ensure an inclusive approach, adapting their approach to meet the needs of individuals and treating each with fairness and dignity. What is equality? Equality involves treating individuals fairly, regardless of their differences, by ensuring that they have access to the same life opportunities as everyone else, meaning that they have equal opportunities. Life opportunities include housing, warmth and shelter are basic human needs, education and employment, transport, health and social care, the ability to purchase goods and services. What is diversity? Diversity means variety. For example, every high street or shopping centre has a diverse selection of shops, restaurants, banks and bars. Even football teams have a diversity of roles, including fullback, goalkeeper, centre forward and winger. We live in a diverse society where individuals vary in many ways. These diversities can be age, sex, sexual orientation, physical characteristics such as height, weight and skin colour, ability, personal experiences and personal attributes such as beliefs, values and preferences. Health and social care settings reflect the diversity of the population. Every individual will have their own experiences and may come from a variety of different countries. An individual's preference for food and music, for example, will vary from one to another. Please pause the video here and complete Worksheet Learning Outcome 4, Worksheet 1. What is diversity? What is inclusion? Inclusion is about accepting everyone, regardless of their differences. It is also about being understanding and tolerant of differences and providing help and support where appropriate. Any organisation or institution, including local authorities, health and social care service providers, educational establishments, the police service, voluntary organisations and workplaces that supports and promotes inclusion must demonstrate that it values everything about the individuals involved within it. Inclusion brings about a sense of well-being and confidence in one's own identity and abilities. What is discrimination? Discrimination means treating individuals differently or negatively without having a good reason for doing so. The law states that everyone should be treated as favourably as everyone else and that an individual must not be discriminated against because of a personal characteristic such as religion, gender, age or race. Discrimination can include not offering a job to someone who meets all the criteria, identifying an individual for redundancy and not others, paying less to one individual than another with no good reason. There are two forms of discrimination, direct and indirect. Direct discrimination occurs when someone is intentionally treated unfairly, for example, harassment on the basis of skin colour or religion. Indirect discrimination occurs when rules or guidelines meant to apply to everyone unintentionally affect one group of individuals more than others. For example, a company policy requiring everyone to work night shifts indirectly discriminates against single parents or individuals who care for elderly relatives, and menus failed to offer a selection of food indirectly discriminates against individuals with specific dietary needs or preferences. What are protected characteristics? The Equality Act 2010 protects individuals from unfair treatment by bringing together anti-discrimination laws that have been in use over the last 40 years to make it easier for individuals to understand their rights and responsibilities and challenge discrimination. The Equality Act 2010 introduced the term protected characteristics to refer to groups that are protected under the Act. The 9 groups protected under the Act are age, disability, gender reassignment, marriage and civil partnership, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion or belief, sex and sexual orientation. Please pause the video here and complete worksheet Learning Outcome 4, Worksheet 2, What are protected characteristics? So how person-centred approaches promotes equality, diversity and inclusion. Person-centred approaches involve the attitudes and approaches taken to ensure that individuals are not excluded or isolated from any service, treatment or activity. It means supporting diversity by accepting individuals' differences and promoting equality by ensuring equal opportunities for all. Inclusive practice is best practice. Health and social care workers can demonstrate inclusive practice by working in ways that recognise, respect, value and make the most of all aspects of diversity. Having a good understanding and awareness of and responding sensitively to an individual's diverse needs supports them in developing a sense of belonging, well-being and confidence in their identity and abilities. The impact of not promoting equality, diversity and inclusion. Inclusive practice involves understanding the disastrous impact that discrimination, inequality and social exclusion can have on an individual's physical and mental health. Having such an understanding ensures appropriate personalised care and support, thereby enabling an individual to develop self-respect and maintain a valued role in society. Because individuals who fail to support diversity or promote equality are often not aware of their attitudes and the impact of their behaviour, inclusive practice involves reflecting on challenging one's own prejudices, behaviours and work practices. It also involves challenging those of colleagues and other service providers, with a view to adapting ways of thinking and working, and to changing services to build on good practice and to better support diversity and promote equality. Cultural, religious and linguistic backgrounds. It is illegal to discriminate or offer a poorer quality service to individuals belonging to the following groups who are protected by legislation: race, disability, gender, sexual orientation, religion and belief. Culture has many positive aspects. It gives a pattern and predictability to life which makes individuals feel settled and secure. It gives individuals a sense of history and of their roots and is important in forming a positive identity. It can help all of us gain knowledge and appreciation of musical, visual and culinary arts. Holding special events to mark cultural or religious occasions or learning new words in another language are both ways of increasing value and respect for the diverse range of backgrounds children and young individuals may have. Language and the ability to communicate well are an important part of an individual's identity and their self-esteem. If individuals or carers speak English as a second language, they will need an interpreter or translator to enable them to voice their views and needs. Where individuals and carers communicate in a different language, information must be translated into the language they are used to. Identifying discriminatory practice. Discriminatory practice or practice not supportive of quality, diversity and inclusion takes place in a variety of settings. For example, within schools or colleges where learners may not be given support and encouragement if it's assumed that their disability or lack of interest affects their ability to learn and achieve. In the workplace, when individuals are persecuted on the basis of their skin colour or sexual preference. Or in housing, when landlords refuse to let their property to someone because of their refugee status or ethnic background. And in health and social care, where individuals are denied access to care on the basis of where they live, known as the postcode lottery. Please pause the video here and complete worksheet Learning Outcome 4, Worksheet 3, Identifying Discriminatory Practice. And finally, let's look at challenging discriminatory practice. Health and social care workers must try to demonstrate and model good practice at all times. In addition to leading by example, they should be prepared to support the equality and rights of individuals they work with by speaking up on their behalf. Many individuals don't have the ability to make their own voices heard, For example, they may be frightened or lack the confidence to speak up for themselves. They may be ill, confused, not able to communicate effectively, and many individuals are just simply not aware of their rights. Health and social care workers should be prepared to talk to their manager or senior about the behaviour of others if it fails to promote equality and rights or is discriminatory. Health and social care workers should be open to feedback about their own working practices, acting on this feedback if necessary. Please pause the video here and complete Worksheet Learning Outcome 4, Worksheet 4, Challenging Discriminatory Practice.